as you know, we got a expanded playoff coming up. One of you asked, hey, what are the odds we see repeat champs? You know, we've seen Bama repeat. Like we in the past 14 playoff era, you saw teams repeat as national champs. How likely or unlikely is that in an expanded playoff era? I think it's less likely. I think, obviously, the trade-off is it's much more likely you'll have more teams run off a string of playoff appearances. I have no clue how Georgia will ever miss the playoff. When you look at the way they recruit and you look at how much lower the bar is to make the college football playoff, I have no clue how they'll ever miss it. They can lose 3 games many years and probably still make it in. Are they more likely to string together national championships? They just came off back-to-back title wins themselves. I should have mentioned them instead of Bama. Are they more or less likely to do that? I think anyone's less likely to do that because the randomization is in play here. Football is not nearly as randomized as a game like basketball or a game like baseball. That's why those sports play series instead of games when they get in a playoff setting, and football just plays a game. I don't mean the randomization as in bounce of ball. Yes, that matters. But in the playoffs, about 7 or 8 times out of 10, the better team has won on the football field. I'm talking about how much injury plays a part when you add in 2 or 3 games on top of what you already had to win. And then you add in all the other stuff. And you may have a team that goes undefeated regular season, and then over the span of their conference title game and then their first-round playoff game, they lose 2 marquee premier game changers, and then you draw them. How in the world are they about to repeat? In the old system, they would have. So I think that plays a part. I think there's a new criticism, by the way, that will emerge in the expanded playoff era. And that will be that some teams are built to make the playoff, but they're not built to win the playoff. Now, reality will be it's just really hard to win a playoff, to win a national championship. But since there's 12 teams, we got to put 12 in there. There'll be some teams that end up making it that otherwise wouldn't have, and they'll string together a few of those years. And then their fan bases will be inflated with false hope because you'll start to think in the early versions of this expanded playoff, hey, if you make it in, you're good enough to win. And, of course, that's not true. And then you'll fall short. You'll be like March Madness. Your team keeps making the NCAA tournament, but they can't win the national title. Well, a little condensed version of that will be, yeah, they're built to make the college football playoff, but they're not built to win it. Very few are, friends. Very few are. So who becomes that wild card team, though? Who becomes that team that can just make a run? Just get in, just get hot, just get in.